Good morning, people. Today I'm making, as promised in my spaghetti al pesto clip, I promised to make my enhancement of spaghetti al pesto, and here it is, spaghetti al pesto primavera, which basically means springtime spaghetti al pesto. So I've got the pesto that I made. That's half of the pesto that I made, which I had in the freezer, but I've pulled it back out, let it thaw, and it goes in at the end. We've also got bacon, chilli, peas, and onion. This is my invention. Other people might have invented, but I don't know. It's my invention. Whether they did the same thing, I can't tell you. Not necessarily. You know, I invent a lot of dishes. There's one way that I am different to most chefs that you see online. Most of them just make existing recipes. And the ones that do make up their own, they don't make up a lot of their own, right? I make up a lot. Which you can see, just go through my list of videos and you can see how many I've invented. It's probably like 50% of them. And they're good, you know, my inventions are really good. If you don't believe it, try them yourself and see how good they are. And this is a ripper. This one's a really good one. So if you like pesto, and who doesn't? Well, I guess people who hate basil don't like pesto. That is to say, they don't like Pesto Genovese. If you like pesto, try this one, because this one takes it to the next level. And if you ask me, and I'm biased, if you ask me, this is better than your normal pesto. Easily better, easily better. There you go, there's a big statement. Easily better than basil, easily better than Pesto Genovese, easily. So, start by frying some onions, which is so often the way. Put a fair bit of oil in. I'm making enough here for two. This is a recipe for two. Not that there's two to eat it, but I'll probably eat the other half tomorrow. I'll eat this half. The first half I'll eat for lunch. Today, then I'll eat the other half tomorrow. Right. Chilli. So just a 1 teaspoon of ground chilies. Maybe 1 teaspoon. Don't make the teaspoon too big. Unless you really love chilies, of course. If you really love chili, go for it. Make it as big as you like. A couple of rashers of bacon. The peas, garden peas is what it's really the taste of spring, garden peas. That's why it's Primavera. Not that I grew these myself. Just frozen peas. So easy to buy frozen peas, you know, they're not particularly expensive, you get a lot of a pack. And they taste good. They're great in a lot of things. I love them. Frozen peas, great. Get out of it. Bacon always, parts of the bacon always stick together when you freeze them. Why? Why is it so? Why is it so? Freeze things and they stick together. I guess some kind of crystallization procedures going on there. The ice crystals, when the water freezes, I guess the crystals recombine to form ice, and while the crystals are growing, I suppose they join, and then they don't bloody let go. They don't know how to let go, these crystals, these ice crystals. They can't let go, they just can't let go of it. Turn that down. Don't want to burn it. Don't want to burn them. Try with bacon, fat gets stuck on your fingers. I hate it when I've got fat on my fingers. I don't have fat fingers, and I don't like fat on my fingers. Unless it's hot fat, hot and tasty, and then I can lick it off. But otherwise, no. Alright, so I'm just gonna... Did I burn some of that? Probably. Doesn't matter. Small amount of burning won't do any harm. Right, now we put in the bacon, dice it up. Dice it up moderately fine, not too fine. Dice it up, fry it up. And then it's time to start cooking the spaghetti. This is a quick dish, an easy dish. The hard part was making the pesto in the first place. But once you've got the pesto, you know, there's not much to it. Easy, quick and easy, which is great. So we like quick and easy. Alright, so we're going to put in at least 200 grams, at least 230 grams, so I'll just put it all in, whatever. 235 grams, that'll be great. Of spag. And some salt, so because I'm doing enough for two, I'll put in 3 salt spoons. And we just add the water, chuck it on the stove. Bob's your uncle. Chuck it on the stove. I might need some more water, I'll just boil some more up. Boil some more up. Put this away. That away too. Don't need that. Got some parmesan, well it's actually grana padano, but anyway, don't let that worry you. So just let's get the spaghetti cooking, and I'm just going to gently fry the bacon. Cook the spaghetti, and I'll come back when the spaghetti's cooked. Okay, I think the spaghetti is done. I'll just test it. Done. done. When you can pull it and it's elastic, that's one indication that it's done. And then there's a question of how firm you like it, you know. Al dente means to the tooth, so it's got a little bit of firmness about it in al dente. So you may or may not like it all the way to al dente. Or, to me, al dente is just very slightly undercooked. Usually when you then chuck your spaghetti in the pan with the sauce, it'll finish the cooking process, and then it'll be perfect, right? Now we need to add a little bit of extra oil. It's the same as the pesto, you need some oil as well. Pesto contains oil, yes, but not enough on its own to fully coat the spaghetti. So yeah, we got the pesto. Yum yum. We add the peas. Now we just let the pesto warm up. You don't want it particularly to cook too much. It's going to cook a bit, because we've got to warm up the peas have to cook. But that's fine. It's going to cook a bit. It's fine. Let's have a look. 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 Veterinary. Lots of peas in there. Lots of peas, bacon, onion, etc. Spaghetti. Yum yum. I like thin spaghetti. I always buy spaghetti #1, which is fairly thin. And the reason is, there's two reasons why I like thin spaghetti. #1, it's quick to cook, like no more than 10 minutes. You'll be al dente in 10 minutes or less. #1. #2, because it's relatively thin, the ratio of sauce coating the pasta to the pasta itself is high. Like you probably get the best ratio of sauce to pasta because of the surface area to volume ratio for thin spaghetti. So there you go, mathematics of spaghetti. So your choice of pasta thickness is driven by how much you like the sauce compared to how much you like the pasta. If you want to really taste the pasta rather than the sauce, then you want a thick pasta. I'm smelling the pesto. Like I say, you freeze pesto, it'll last for months. And it'll be fantastic. You use it again, it's just like it was when you made it. Really good. So it's just a matter of getting the peas cooked. As soon as the peas are done, throw in the spaghetti, boom, we're done. Done. Fantastic. Trust me, I've had this a bunch of times. It's a real winner. Like a lot of my stuff is a real winner. Like I was saying, people don't invent. Like how many cooks really invent and really invent well? I mean, there's a lot of greatest cook out there, but I'm an inventor. My stuff is unlikely to appear in a Michelin. Never make to Michelin standard because it doesn't. I don't present them like they do. They go way overboard with their presentations. It's crazy. But I was watching a Michelin chef. I'm not going to name him. Not going to name him. I was watching a Michelin chef on YouTube the other day, and he was making spaghetti alla cozze, which are mussels. Classic recipe. He did everything fine, traditional way, looked great, and then he went and ruined it by adding chives, and then he added, oh, is it some sort of crunchy, I don't know what they're called, some sort of crunchy aperitif that sort of comes, not pretzels, but that kind of thing, you know, crunchy, dry. You don't add that to spaghetti with mussels. No. And this guy's a Michelin chef. It makes you wonder, how did he get Michelin star? He did everything right until he decided to wreck it. As soon as he made his own individual addition, it was bad, right? His individual addition was shit. I don't have to taste it, I can tell. But straight away, it's not going to work. And even chives, don't put chives in it, man. What are you thinking? So the only way you would do that get out of it. Left the spaghetti in there too long. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Did we get it? Penetrated into the spaghetti. Yeah, so these great cooks, famous cooks, you know, they get taught how to do it, they can't invent. It's like your famous classical musicians, famous pianists, famous violinists. They can play incredibly well. They can play someone else's music incredibly well, but they can't play their own. They can't invent. But you know, for every classic dish, someone has to invent it. And that person's probably unknown. No one knows who it was. If you're a composer like Beethoven or Mozart or something, everyone knows who you are. Everyone knows what you did. But who was the person that invented spaghetti alla cozze? Eh? Who was the original? No one knows. Goes back in time too far. Could have been a housewife somewhere in Italy, somewhere near the sea, somewhere on a port. Could have been some dude running a restaurant. Who knows? No one knows. Lost in time. But when you make one of my dishes, you'll know. You'll know who invented it. Thanks to the magic of YouTube. Right. Serve it up. Easy, easy, easy dish. Quick and quick. Easy and quick. Oh, the bullshit they go through presenting spaghetti on the plate, you know, twisting it very carefully. Oh, for Christ's sake, guys, doesn't matter. It's spaghetti. Just serve it up. Get it on the plate and eat it. I mean, that's what it's all about. I don't care about bloody presentation. I don't care less. Generally speaking. Unless it's something really amazing, like stargazy pie. Now, I'm going to have to make stargazy pie one of these days. I haven't made it yet, but I'm going to make it. I am going to make stargazy pie one day. It's tricky though. You've got to get the right size fish. Okay, now what do we do here? We have to press it hard. Then it wants to turn off altogether. Oh, never again. Motorola, never again. Never again. But what am I going to do? Buy Samsung? They'll be just as bad. You can't win. You cannot win. Alright, here's what it looks like on the... Here's what it looks like get it together, Mars. In the fry pan, it looks like this. Fry pan. On the plate, looks like that. I'll come around because I'll probably be using this for the thumbnail. Come around on this side, maybe that. Right, like all pesto, you've got to put some parmesan on top. Let's go with the parmesan. So this is the last of my grana padano. It'll be good. Put it on. Just Aldi grana padano. Value for money. Might not be quite as good as your proper Parmigiano Reggiano, but there's not much in it really. The difference is not huge. Not huge. Especially damn, that's good. That, man, it's a masterpiece. Strepitoso. Veramente strepitoso. This is a masterpiece. If you haven't made this, make it, because if you like pesto, this is even better. Yeah. Get someone your fork with the Parmesan cheese. You've got to have the Parmesan cheese. So good. Really is. I mean, Mr. Michelin chef can have his spaghetti al cozze. This would be just as good. This is probably better. But you know, I'll never make it to Michelin status. Even though it's fucking great, you know. This is really good. You can taste the spaghetti. You can still taste it. And the pesto shines through. The Pesto Genovese, it shines through. But then it's enhanced, you see, by the chilli. Enhanced by the chilli. And the peas, the sweet peas, they're nice and sweet. And they're just great. And they're just great in this dish. Man, yeah. So good. I put the right amount of chilli Don't put less chilli, this is just right, exactly right. It's not burning hot or anything, just nice warmth in the mouth. The bacon's there, of course. Bacon's great. Magnificent. When did I create this, I wonder? I've been making this for years. Hang on, I'll see if I've got a date. No date. No date. But it's great. I've been making it at least 10 years. So it's got all the advantages, all the taste of pesto. All the advantages of Pesto Genovese, but so much more in it. But the stuff I've added, unlike Mr. Michelin chef with his stupidity, the stuff I've added really works, really goes well with it. It harmonises with it, you know. You can still taste the pesto, you can still taste the spaghetti, you still taste the Parmesan cheese, but you can taste the peas, man. The peas just make it. They absolutely make it. And the chilli makes it. Fantastic. So much flavour. Fantastic flavour. Absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't tried it, well, of course you haven't tried it because no one else makes it. Unless they do and I just don't know about it. Always possible. Anyway, give it a go because really, really